I am doing something for the first time. And so thought I would share that. I've never used oil paints in my life. Definitely would be a new thing for me. So we will see how big of a mess I make. But, hey, I haven't done anything in my world or anything in my life without having a first time, right? And I had a few people who recently like to give me that gentle nudge that I'm not as open with my heart as I say that I am. I'm not as good at the real connection emotionally. You know, I don't do that, supposedly. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to figure out just how far I can go with doing this with anybody watching. So if you're watching, I've never done this before. Painting, yes. Done plenty of that. Sketching, plenty of that. Art, plenty of that. Letting someone watch me? No. I'd almost rather masturbate for you guys right now than do this. So, if you think it's not a big deal. Oh my God. Okay, so this has no name yet. None of my pieces really do. I don't start them with a plan. I don't have this master, thing figured out when I start them. So we will see what happens. And they will not be finished today. I do know that this is going to represent pretty much humans, human, woman, it, they. I am not okay with not knowing the terminology, and I'm working on it. And we will be continuing to work on it as we go forward in the journey of what I'm doing in my life. I have a lot of things I'm doing right now. I've been using a lot of orange. And if you don't know why, keep coming back, get to know me. If you're watching, please leave a comment because I've never painted publicly ever. This is really kind of a nerve-wracking thing. Interesting. And I can't wait to let my brother Michelangelo know that I am officially using oil paint. I've never used oil paint before, like ever. Never had an interest in oils. He likes them. He said he likes them more than watercolors. So if you are someone out there, if you've used watercolor versus oil, give me some tips. I was a sketcher. That's all I did when I was younger. It was sketch. If I couldn't, as far as I was concerned, pencil and charcoal was enough. And then as I've gotten braver, as I've gotten more open with myself, I've allowed myself to get into color and using paint. And I grew up in a world where stained glass windows in Catholic churches were one of my favorite things to stare at and disappear from this world. I really dig the fact that I can put this on here and it is exactly what I want. Oh, you know what? I might like oils. Check that out. How cool is that? That's so cool. Like, I'm used to like having to like do all this menaciations, and I know that's not the right word, but whatever, my grammar police can, call the Pentagon or whoever takes care of grammar. But anyway, that's fucking cool. Excuse my French. I like that. That was not what I was expecting. I'm digging that. So interesting. Okay. Oils are pretty interesting. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? I was just talking about the stained glass windows in Catholic churches growing up and how they inspired so many different things that I do with my art when it comes to the color schemes and the strong color, like the black lines and some of the separations of color I use in a lot of my work is directly linked to stained glass windows in Catholic churches from our childhood. I stared at those windows. Oh my God, I could stare at those windows and I could get so lost in the images and not even about the message of what the images were about or like who cares, you know? I mean, many people do. Hi, Angel. Many people do care, but for me, they were an escape from a world I didn't want to be in. I didn't want to be in that world. And so those stained glass windows in the Catholic churches had a lot to do with surviving my teen years, surviving my childhood. So there's a long time coming putting anything on canvas ever. And then an even longer time to show anybody anything. And then even longer to do what I'm doing right now. Hi, Angel, my dear. Looking good. This is the first time I've ever done any kind of art or painting in a public way for anyone to see while I'm actually doing it. Happy Mother's Day! Oh my God, that's a good celebratory thing. I can say it was my Mother's Day gift. Not really, but oh my God. The other thing I'm doing that I don't normally do is I normally don't use this easel, excuse me. I got it. I don't even know when I got it. I've had it for a really long time, but I've never actually used it. I usually like having the painting, even a canvas this big. I like having it on my lap or in front of me. I usually don't like it like this, but this is kind of cool. I figured with oils, I've never used them before. And from what I was told, I wasn't going to have to do a lot of concern with leaking or some of the things that happens with oil paints, which is fine. I'm kind of digging this. We'll see. I'm not a big fan of order on some things. So maybe that's because if I mess up, I can usually just say, hey, it was meant to look like that because it's meant to be complicated and weird and asymmetrical, and it's not meant to be a plan. It's not meant to follow any lines. Oh, if anyone here liked to color outside of the lines, then you will understand what I mean, you know. And if you haven't colored anything recently, get yourself a box of crayons. This is my favorite. I tell people, I don't care how old you are, get a box of crayons and do something, because the only adults that are not artists are the ones that stopped coloring. That is a quote I penned some time ago, and it's gonna be in my book. This whole section of my book I'm working on is about having some of that, bringing out some of that childlike part of us into our human adult lives as our humans, as we are going through this human experience, because I think that a lot of the sadness we have as adults has everything to do with taking life too seriously and reminding me to get into some of that childhood wonder. Oh, I'm loving the orange. We will see. Maybe I'll just do the face stuff that I wanted to do. I do not have a plan, but I do try to make sure that I get some of the areas done that I don't plan on going back to, so that when I get to some of the more fine detail of what I have in my visual for the rest, their face will be what it is going to be. So that's good. And don't forget, I'm in Ramona and I have tons of art. And so if you want a piece, I will love you and gift you one. I don't really need to make some big fortune off my paintings. I want to see, this is the one thing about the easel. Like, I'm like, how am I going to get it really, really, really close there? I'm going to make sure I don't fuck this up. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool. That is pretty cool. I like that. I like that. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Oh, I forgot all about. I was gonna play. I had something to play in the background, but yeah, whatever. You know, like God forbid I put anything on that will get me like banned from Facebook, considering all of the craziness that's going on in the world about copyrights. But let's see if it's mine. If it's my work, I guess that, like, who are they going to call? Are they going to call? They're going to call Doris about Doris using Doris's work on a broadcast. Well, have fun. Oh my God, this is pretty crazy. Here we go. This should work.
Not every man can dive into the mouth.
You may not be able to hear it, but I can, and I won't have to like do this in silence and quiet. How long have I been on here? 11 minutes. Okay. So I've been in the world doing this for whoever's gonna see it, and they're gonna be like, "Whoa, she showed herself." And maybe they won't, and it's okay, because I will know what I did. I was brave. I have had I've had a lot of my ladies tell me that they've had the ability to get brave about something because they it can be easily assumed that I do what I do out of my own need for whatever, and that's whatever people want to believe is what they want to believe. But I do know for me today that the majority of what drives me whatever drives me, has more to do with showing someone else what it looks like to just fucking be brave. Do you, and buck up and show the world that you are going to be you. You're going to stand tall and be you. And if people don't like it, they can go pound sand. They can go pound sand in someone else's backyard. They don't have to be in your life.
I'm talking to your soul.
Be with people that celebrate you. That's what I say.
Little girl. Sweet, deep down, you're there. Deep
down.
There. You're still always been there. Always been. You don't go nowhere. You don't hear me, child. Hear me, child.
I like this. I wasn't sure if I was going to use this orange for all of these places where I had put this red. I used a red with the watercolors, but I'm liking the orange that I'm doing.
Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself.
Something about the color orange has struck me for a long time. I think it has to do with my deal with God and with the sun. The fact that I can't give up as long as the sun rises. I have this deal with God that if the sun rises, I gotta get up. I gotta do this thing called life, as Prince would say. Oh man.
My darling.
I was watching spoken word videos all morning with Douglas Kearney, and I'm just obsessed with him. He's so brilliant. I could only wish that I'm as brave as he is to do the public readings and poetry like he does. But I'm working up to it. One of these days, when time permits and I've got the ability to go to do a venue like with spoken word, that'd be rad. That'd be so cool. In a way, it'll be like this extension of doing stand-up, but only not with making jokes, but with... I think that's one of the reasons why... Hi, Valena! Happy Mother's Day, beautiful! Hugs! Woo! This is the first time I've ever painted or sketched or anything in a public way for anyone to see. I usually Sometimes I don't even show people my work midway through, and I just wait until the end, and I'm like, you know what? This piece has been on my wall for a while, and I hadn't touched it in a while, and I've been trying to get myself to pull it down and do some more work on it, and well, and I was on to other projects. It's not like I've been doing nothing. I've definitely been doing stuff. I just today I was like, you know, I'm going to do something different.
And ask yourself, can I love her?
Yeah.
Really love her?
I have I have this visual that's happening as I'm doing this, and I'm getting kind of super excited, and I don't know how much longer.
Right where you are.
Oh,
Still unscorned.
I want to call her a she. I want to call her a she, but they are developing, so I don't know.
Right here in that space.
They may stay just the way they are, androgynous, or however you want to look at it. This was definitely one of those pieces where when I started it, I nothing in mind for what it was going to be. So we will see what comes out of it. How interesting. I hope everybody's having a good Mother's Day and that you're doing something really special for yourself. It's funny. I always kind of like, you know, for me, like, I don't know, I've just always seemed to like, I don't know, I spent yesterday evening with having dinner and watching a movie with my kids, and so I won't be seeing them today, so, which is fine. We have our schedule and it works, and it's good. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like how it doesn't.
The kind of love that stays with you.
Oh, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. Yeah, we're going to do this.
Oh my God,
over here.
I still do love you.
Ooh. Okay. I think Michelangelo might have been right. I've never used oils before, but I can see what he means. Oh, I can totally see why he might like this more. Never used oils before. If you didn't know, if you are watching this and you're like, what is she doing? Oh, ooh, okay. Yeah. This is what happens when I go, I'm not wasting any paint on my brush. That's not going to happen. Because we will do. Ooh, ooh.
Dive into the mountain.
Oh, okay.
Not every
Holy fuck. Really? Get out.
Of that magical divine. Into the love.
Interesting. That's kind of cool.
Not every man has that kind of courage.
What the fuck is going on over here? Holy shit. I don't know who's watching, but I'm like digging oil paint, okay? Like I've never used it before. This is crazy. This is crazy. You know, I stayed away from it because I was like, it's going to be too much work. It's going to be too hard. And it might be when I'm done, when I'm washing brushes and stuff, I might change my mind. But at the moment, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm okay. I'm liking it. I'm digging it. I'm so digging it. Wow. Okay. Oh my God. Holy shit. That's kind of interesting. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry, I was super quiet because I got totally involved.
I was in love with the song.
I was in love with
this haunting rhythm.
This haunting
lifting
rhythm.
My essence
Lifting
into
my
the skies.
essence into the skies.
As if there was no gravity.
As if there was no gravity.
No
here.
reality.
No reality
Beneath my feet. Even as they kissed the grass. Felt the grain of earth. I wasn't touching down. I was somewhere up high.
Up high.
With him. and
and his sighs,
his
his
sighs
sighs of desperation on his lips.
as he
He
crooned
crooned murmurs to my nature
about
about
heavens
heavens
no
no
Bible
Bible
uttered.
uttered. I might have to do this
Some realm
this particular poem
unimaginable,
when I do spoken word in a
position
venue.
out in the cosmos.
I almost
Not
know this
meant
one by
for the
heart.
frigid.
Almost.
Those
Not
were the
quite.
ones,
I almost
the
know
ones that run
unattainable
from
by
places.
heart.
He was
He was whirling me now
on a
on a
dance
dance floor of feathers, fabrics of silk swelter,
as we
as
sang
we
together
sang together.
in a duet.
Very
our bodies
interesting.
orchestrated
I
as we
am
laid
very, very
notes.
surprised. I was
This
not
masterful
expecting
composition
to like
devotion,
working with
placing
oil paint. I'd
cinders
never done
stored
it, and
down
I was
inside,
convinced that I wouldn't like
stored
it.
in an
I was really,
arcade
really convinced that I was
one
not going to like
only
it.
we could access.
Totally
Only we
convinced.
could hear it.
And
Of this song we
check
wrote
it out.
with our
Interesting.
bodies. I was in love with his song.
My back is
How
kind
he
of
made me
hurting.
move to the
I'm not used to
melodies
this position.
and that beat of his heart.
Um,
Only the haunting
oh.
remains now. There is
My
no
God.
moving.
I like
All
it.
interrupted
I like
by
it.
saltation.
Okay,
Leaving behind an archive
so
of notes in a
I
gap
am going
on reserve.
to switch to a
Wherever
different
you found
color, I
notes
think.
stay, their symphony sealed in legacy.
I think I'm going to do a little bit
A
more
masterpiece
blending with this
left
orange,
behind
and then
to marvel,
switch.
written to last through time,
Ooh.
always.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I
Oh, yeah.
replay them.
This is exactly
These
what I want.
songs. Let his melodies
cool.
rise up from the libraries.
Okay.
These
You know
endless
what?
volumes of his love. I let my body.
This is why
imagine his feel.
this is why I do stuff. Like, this is why I make myself, I force myself to get uncomfortable. I force myself to do something I've never done before.
Sometimes
And then, boom, I do something I like way better than what I've been doing. This is a million times better than what, well, okay. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with the way I've been doing my work, but I mean, I like the way I've been doing my work. But I'm digging what's coming from this right now. Was not expecting to like it this much. Definitely was not expecting to like working with oil paints like this. This is crazy. This is amazing. Like, it's a trip. I will still probably want to use the watercolor and sketch and some of the charcoal that I do kind of beforehand, I think, as my foundation behind my paint.
Play me, and I let them play me. Play me. All over again.
Okay. I'm at that 20-minute mark, and that's usually about all I do when I go online, because my attention span is actually way shorter than 22 minutes. Anybody comes on for like 5 minutes and watches for 5 minutes, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I am just, very, very easily bored. And so, not bored with this piece, and I can definitely keep going. And I think I will leave it right where it's at until I get to the next color. I think that I will do that. When I'm done with this orange, when I'm like, can't do any more orange, and I move, then I will probably stop.
I was in love with the
But until then,
this haunting rhythm, lifting my essence into the skies.
I'm gonna keep going.
As if there was no gravity here, no reality beneath my feet. Even as they kissed the grass and felt the grain of earth, I wasn't touching down. I was somewhere, high with him and his sighs of desperation on his lips.
Should be interesting.
Crooned murmurs to my nature.
There we go. There we go. Much better.
Unimaginable.
I'm gonna go back over that.
A position out in the cosmos.
I'm sure.
Not meant for the frigid. Those were the ones that run from blazes. He was whirling me now on a dance floor of feathers and fabrics of silk swelter as we sang together.
Let's think. What am I doing? I just this video played that I remember. My playlist has both versions. It has mine with my music, because
stored in an arcade.
if I can do it myself, why would I have someone else do it for me?
Only we could hear
Taught myself how to mix music.
I was in love
Trust
with
me, I
his
won't
song,
win any Grammys with it.
He made me
But
to the
it's
pains
100% mine.
of his heart. Only the haunting remains now. There is no more
Okay.
dancing.
I think I'm done with the orange.
For
now.
For
now.
Notes in a gap
I'm
put
done
on reserve.
with the orange.
Wherever euphoric notes stay,
I think.
their symphony sealed in legacy. A masterpiece left behind.
Aha. Okay.
To marvel.
All right.
Written to last
No idea how to
all
clean
things.
oil
Sometimes
off brushes.
I replay
Never done this
these
before.
songs.
We'll
Let
see.
his melodies rise up from
I
the
have no idea if I'm
libraries,
doing anything right.
endless volumes of his love. I let
No idea if I'm doing anything right when it comes to this, but I know who to call. If I, oh, that's it worked. Check that out. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. All right. So I got one color done for now. And I'm going to use some blue. And I'm going to do some blue in their hat. It's interesting. I'm using these brushes for the first time and using oils for the first time. Had never used oil before. I think I might have used oil once. I had a piece with some yellow and I think I used some oils then, but that was it. And I definitely like the fact that a lot goes a long way. If you're watching, this is my first time ever painting with anyone seeing me do what I'm doing. This is not something I normally share with anyone. And so this is kind of an interesting thing for me. Normally I just use watercolors, and I thought, you know, I want to put some oil on this painting and get some more stuff done with it, and maybe I'll just share it with my peoples who might actually watch.
Happy Mother's Day.
Aww, I'm live. Say hi to everyone. Oh my God, look, my sons came to say hi. Say hi. Give it the camera's in there. All right, okay. Let me tell everyone goodbye. This is much more, I mean, not that I don't love y'all, but they're much more exciting.